and welcome to State of the Arts, a series dedicated to highlighting different art and cultural events happening right here in Tucson and Southern Arizona. I'm your host, Lauren Roth, and we're joining you today from the Southern Arizona Arts and Cultural Alliance space at the Tucson Mall. We're here to learn more about just how much the arts impact our lives and the economy. We often don't think about just how prevalent art is in our lives and how different life would be without it, from how we engage with and view the world to supporting the local economy. A 2022 report from the Arizona Commission on the Arts found that the nonprofit arts and culture sector in the state generates $1.1 billion in economic activity. I'm joined now by Vice President of Research at Americans for the Arts, Randy Cohen, to talk more with us about just how much the arts impact our lives and the economy. Thanks for speaking with me today, Randy.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, tell me a little bit about Americans for the Arts and that organization.
Americans for the Arts is a national organization. We're based in Washington, D.C., and we work very broadly across all the arts to make sure everyone in this country has the opportunity to participate, to engage, to create in the arts, and that every child's receiving a quality arts education.
I'd love for you to share a little bit about the impact study that was recently done, maybe what you found in Arizona, but also nationwide.
We found that the arts are adding so much to our communities beyond what most people expect. But the fact is, they're also businesses. And so we did a big national study looking at the impact of the arts on the nation's economy, nationally, statewide, and locally. I could tell you right here in the state of Arizona, arts and culture, a $1.1 billion industry that supports 19,427 jobs. Right here in Pima County, it's a $251 million industry, supports 4,650 jobs.
What sorts of things do you think about and what factors contribute to how you analyze the data from that impact report?
So we look at two areas of how the arts touch the economy. The first is spending by the organizations themselves. Now, unlike most industries, the arts generate a lot of event-related spending. So this vibrant arts community that we've got here is great for local businesses. The arts are also a tourism driver in our community. And right here in Pima County, we interviewed a whole range of arts attendees at all kinds of events. The typical attendee to an arts event spends $36.01 per person per event, not even including the cost of admission. But what we also found is 18% of attendees to arts events here come from outside the county. And do they spend differently? They do. $66 per person per event, not including the cost of admission. People are coming to the arts, they're traveling, they're spending money. It's good for culture, it's good for the economy.
I know myself from working with the symphony here that arts funding is a topic of conversation, where the funds will come from in future years. And what sorts of things do you suggest or would you speak to when I ask you what we can do better or differently to encourage that arts funding and secure it for ourselves?
Arts funding is so important because as arts and culture organizations, we've got a public purpose. And that's to make arts and culture accessible to everyone in the community. And cost is one of those big factors, right? And when the government invests in the arts and when private sector invests in the arts, it helps keep these arts experiences affordable. I would really look to see what's the city, what's the county, what's the state doing to do their part to fund the arts. If you're a community leader, you also care about employment, you care about local businesses. And what the research shows is that when we support the arts, we're not supporting a frill or an extra, but we're investing in an industry. It's wins across the board when we support the arts.
What might you suggest that we do in communities as arts lovers, as arts participants, to really appeal to the broader communities nationwide, to our government? What sorts of things can we do to showcase our need and demand what I think many of us deserve?
I think there's something everybody can do to help increase public funding for the arts and arts education. And one thing is just talk to our elected leaders and let them know Supporting the arts, investing in the arts is important to me, and I vote. A second thing is make donations to the arts as individuals, volunteer for an arts organization, and really the easiest and most pleasurable of all, attend the arts. Go to the arts.
Randy, thank you so much for speaking with me today. Your love of the arts is infectious. I feel the same way anyway, but it's great to talk about it and share in it.
Thanks for having me.
We have such a vibrant arts community here in Southern Arizona, but it's up to us to keep that vibrancy alive through our participation and involvement. Fortunately, there are events happening all around, and every time we go to a museum or attend a festival or a concert, we are honoring those artists and the value that they give us through enriching our lives. Thanks for joining me on State of the Arts today. I'm Lauren Roth, and we'll see you again next time.